Hey everybody, welcome back to Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel. I'm heading downstairs right now to check because I just got an alert that my car that I had charging is only getting 17 amps when it's supposed to be set to 35. We've already had charging issues before that we dealt with. Let's go see. So I don't know if you guys recall or not, we had a video not that long ago where I changed out my outlet, but I had to change out the outlet because it wasn't charging correctly, and turned out there was an issue with the outlet. I'll link it down below, but let's go see what's going on. Oh, come on. I swear, it's always one thing after the other, and, oh, sorry. I'm at a point where I just need a mental break. You know what? I'm going to get out of the house for a minute. Yeah. I'm having one of those nights where I decide to do something impulsive, so you know what that means. I'm buying something I don't need to unbox for you guys. Come on. What's wrong with me? One of my only true vices is I'm very impulsive, but I think this is going to be worth it. I saw they had this in stock, so I drove all the way out here just to get it, because this one's not exactly close to my house. Well, let's get back to the house. Let's unbox it, and let me show you what it is. And through the magic of time travel, we're back at the house. So, like I said, I kind of decided to do something impulsive because I was kind of annoyed and frustrated with a lot of things, but the immediate one was the fact that my charger wasn't working again. Good news is, I think it was just that it overheated. I mean, we reached 110 degrees here in Tucson again today, and my garage was really hot, and that's where the charger is located inside of. So I turned off the breaker, I unplugged the car, I unplugged it because I have it connected through a NEMA 1450 outlet. Because I went out there and this is what it looked like. You guys saw the video, but you know what I mean. So I was like, you know what, we'll sort of cool off and see if that's it, because I didn't find any of the other issues that we've had in the past. So hopefully that's nothing serious. And it was really hot, like I said. I went to get my work phone, and this is what it looked like right here. So it was very hot today in Tucson. So but I decided to go out and get something, and I don't want to say it was necessarily impulsive. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while. This was kind of just, I don't know what you want to say, the jump start that I needed to actually go out and get it. And what it is, it's a new piece of equipment for here on the vlog. Something I've been thinking about getting for a while. I've been watching videos incessantly on it for the last 3-4 weeks, and I've been doing a lot of reading and research on it, and I think it makes a lot of sense for what I'd like to do. Because part of the channel here is we do tech stuff, and I'm trying to find the best combination of things that works for our purposes. And we went through like an evolution of cameras so far. My life started out with a Nikon D5100, which I actually just found again. I forgot that I had, and I still don't really get and understand DSLRs. I just never had the focus for it. I went from that to using my phone for a lot of things, and that was long before I ever decided I wanted to do like the vlog thing per se. So we went from that to the GoPro Hero 8. We went from the GoPro Hero 8 to the Canon G7X Mark II, and then we went from that to the GoPro 10, Hero 10, and went from that to the G7X Mark III, and had some different microphone combinations, whether it was lavalier mics, whether it was the micro shotgun mic from Rode. I got the Rode Wireless Go 2 dual set microphones, and we just recently got the Video Mic Go 2 from Rode as well, which we're actually recording on right now with the GoPro 10. But in this crazy world that's called YouTubing, there's been a camera that I've been seeing popping up everywhere that everyone's been using, and just from the simplicity of it and what it does, I think it's ideal for what I like to do and how I film. So I've been keeping an eye on it, and as I was frustrated earlier with the whole car thing, I decided to pull out my phone. I was scrolling through, and I went to the Best Buy app. They actually had it back in stock. So what did I do? I went over and picked one up. I got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, but the creator combo with the extra battery pack and everything else. So I figured, hey, why not open it up here and let's talk about it. Was this a mistake? I guess we'll find out. Let's open it up and see what's inside. As you can tell, I don't have a cool studio space like some of my counterparts and peers in this world. All we have is our comfy couch upstairs that our dog likes to sleep on, so forgive the dog hair. I tried to clean up as much as I could. So I got my knife out ready to go, but it looks like it has a pull tab, so let's see. Yeah, pull tab's not really working, so let's give it a open. Okay. Plastic is off. The pull tab is underneath the plastic. Now I feel like a moron. So what's cool about this one, because they come with there's a regular one you can purchase that's literally just the camera. This one we elected to go with, the creator combos. It came with all the extra stuff I would have bought eventually anyway. And it's nice just to have everything in one shot. So the entire contents of the box is as such. Put that right there in the background. You have your paperwork, a cool little sticker, I guess, and some things to look at. But where's the fun in that? We like to just dive in. I'm going to open up the box here first, which I'm assuming is probably the little storage case that it comes with. And that's all that's in there. Yeah, literally just a storage case. We'll come back to that. But here's why all of you decided to click this video, most likely. That or, well, you did it by accident, which, hey, I still appreciate. First and foremost, love that it comes with this type of carrying case, because usually the first thing I do when I buy any kind of new electronic is I go on Amazon or wherever and I find a case that it can go inside of. It's a little softer than I would like to see, but from everything I've read, it gets the job done very well. So let's open it up. We'll save the good thing for last. So this is the extra battery component. Right? I believe so. Or actually, this might be the extra battery. We'll cover it all when we get there. The little microphone, which I'm excited that it came with this because I've been trying to figure out how to do sound with this thing. I was looking at the older models. And then, yeah. The did cat that comes with it. Silicon pack. USB-C to USB-C cable for charging. That's all that's in that front part. Oh, actually, no, take that back. Little magnetic clip for the microphone. Same thing I use with my Rode ones. Okay. The little tripod stand. And, oh, sorry. I'll get all the little stuff out first before we get to the camera. This is actually the extra lens. Like, we'll open everything together, but I just want to get everything out first. And there it is, the DJI itself, the Pocket 3. I'm really looking forward to this because this really fits all the needs and everything that I would like to do. And all you gotta do is flip it like that and it's turned on. Anglais, s'il vous plaît. But let's get to that in a second. We're going to go through everything else first. My first impression, like, though, when I turn it off and on, the lens actually faces on the inside itself. But we got the gimbal on there, which is where this comes in. So let's put this in here while we're waiting, and let's open it up and take a look. And everything I've read on this one is that it just doesn't plop into the case. You kind of want to put it in, then slide it in. Kind of like that. So it protects the gimbal itself. It fits pretty good, but I thought it would go all the way down. But whatever. We'll come back to that again. Let's go from biggest to smallest. We already opened up the microphone because it wasn't necessarily in something, so it's over here now. Okay, the first piece we're going to open up is the little tripod stand. A little 1/4" screw on the bottom like most standard equipment. It goes flat like that. Give it stabilization, but also extra handle portion. Next portion here, this is the battery pack element like we talked about earlier. Cool thing about this one, gives you some extra juice on the go. And it has a couple of clicks here. We'll talk about that later. I learned that's one of the most important things, but you can also hook up external mics and everything else through this USB-C slot here, including charging the device. Definitely get a lot of use out of the extension battery pack and everything else. And it has that 1/4" screw on the bottom so you can mount it to like a tripod or what have you. But it's the same thing for this. This goes on and it's strictly a 1/4" mount for the tripod, but also has the pass-through through USB-C to actually talk and communicate with the DJI Pocket 3. And lastly, I'm not going to open up this one all the way. It is the dead cat, or whatever you want to call it now. Dead cat's what I'm referred to it as. Well, the little strap for the thing too. But the dead cat itself, that plugs onto the microphone. Presumably this plugs in, yep, it's right here, into the mini jack. So it can cover and take care of all that ambient noise in the background. Usually like wind and things like that. That'll definitely be useful. And here's the lens, but out of the sake of keeping it nice and clean, we're not going to open it up just yet. But I will definitely show that to you guys by the end of the video. Well, now that we've seen all the accessories, let's get to the nitty-gritty itself. It's alive. I'm excited. The one thing I'm not understanding, though, is I've turned it on now a couple times, and it keeps asking me to like set it up for the first time, which I've already set it up, so that's kind of weird. I'm doing my best not to block the microphones. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But it is alive. In fact, I'm recording on it now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We're going to wait to see how the sound actually works in this. That's why I'm also recording with the GoPro. Just in case the sound on here doesn't work, I can always use that audio. But it's alive, and so far I am really impressed with it. Like, for instance, I just turned on the face tracking, and now it's on me. So when I go over here, it's going to follow me. Guys, I'm being really nerdy right now, but I'm super excited to give this a whirl and see how well it works. It's something I've been on my list now ever since I learned about all the different stuff that came with the Pocket 3, and now we're going to try it out. I do have a couple cons so far. One, way smaller than I thought it was going to be by itself, and I have pretty large hands, so I'm kind of being very dainty with it as of right now. The other part is like the little lens, like the wide angle, which is really cool, magnetic. I think it was really gnarly. I gotta figure out a really good way to store that because I'm afraid I'm gonna break it or scratch it or something. Other than that, it's the SD card. That's my only real con so far. It took me forever to finally get the SD card in, just because my hands, again, are pretty big. I'm trying to push in the little SD card, and it wasn't really having it. But right now, I'm actually using this recording at a very comfortable distance, just holding it, and it's pretty gnarly. So I'm actually hoping to use this weekend and give it a real field test, but that's it. We unboxed the DJI 3, and I literally didn't have to do anything. I just turned it on, and here we are recording. This might be a big game changer for the vlog stuff, so stay tuned. And it's really cool because I can actually look directly at me, and I'm still looking at the camera. Sometimes the other stuff, when I see myself, I'm like kind of looking up here or looking down here or whatever. So this is really designed with content creators in mind. I'm very impressed so far, especially all the stuff you got. Like we'll cover that now. So if you look at just the camera by itself, usually it runs about $519 if memory serves. We got the creator combo, which is $669. Now, full disclosure, I did trade in a couple things at Best Buy that I was planning on getting rid of anyway. So I brought down my total to just under $600 for everything. But that difference, I mean, it comes with the transmitter microphone, which if you look at the price for those online, that's at least a couple hundred, if not $300 right there. With the extra lens, it came with the case, it came with the cable, it came with the extra battery. For that little extra you pay just for this device, 100% worth it. And granted, I haven't really used it a whole lot just yet, but from what I have used, just playing with it to get ready for this portion, we're going to have some fun, y'all. I'm really excited. This has been an episode of Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel, where we talked a little bit about Tesla, but mostly about tech. If you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe. I'll put the information right now. And follow us. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers, and that means you. So click. Hopefully you like this. If not, how'd you get this far? All right, guys. Thanks for taking another ride with us. Let's take another ride again soon. And I will follow up with you to see if that fixed my charging issue with the car from earlier. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.